Hello and welcome. I'm not sure how fired up I'm going to be during this video today. We'll see what flows, but I am going to be sharing about freedom and movement on this planet at this time. So, with everything going on in the world, it is important to take note of what is happening from a freedom of mobility, freedom to travel and to move about this planet as we choose and as we feel called to. This is something so at the core of my being, of what I hold very near and dear. And it's just interesting to see what is happening on the global stage of not just all of the absolutely devastating deportation happening in the US. I'm specifically talking about access to traveling and moving globally. So there's been so many changes to visa requirements for certain countries, from certain countries, either changing the length of the visa, the requirements for the visa, more money for the visas, just making kind of a whole hullabaloo about global travel. And really, and also taking a look at like where countries are changing certain liberties and freedoms of their own citizens, and also of those countries abroad that are accepting of those passport citizens, etc., and what those requirements are. So it's really important to take a look right now of like where certain freedoms and liberties are being given and where they are being restricted, if not limited, if not completely withdrawn, like the deportation happening. I like from an energetic standpoint, I think we all can have an invitation to look at this. So why would that be? Why would there be such an added focus and energy and investment of time, money, resources to change certain visa requirements seemingly out of the blue? This goes beyond just politics shifting. There is an undercurrent here that I really want to give some illumination to, and it is all a driver. It's a cog in the wheel to keep us separate, to keep us disconnected, to keep us simply unavailable to reach the people, the communities, and the earth grids, the land and the oceans where we feel called to go. So where we feel called to actually unify and where we feel called to activate deeper levels of ourselves and our own actualization as we walk on this soul journey, we naturally get called to certain places. And if we heed that inner call, that will involve meeting other people and other players to allow us to feel that adventure, to feel that soul expansion that is meant to take place. It really is like, I really firmly believe right place, right time. And we can invoke that kind of miraculous energy seamlessly all the time, but that can feel very distant when there is a lot of agendas attempting to keep us exactly where we are physically, exactly where we are emotionally, if not further disconnected, going the like atrophying way, not the expansive and strengthening way and opening way, but going the opposite, like trying to atrophy your emotional connection with this planet, your emotional connection with nature, your emotional connection with yourself, and your emotional connection with other people. There is nothing like the education of travel. I have invested a lot of time and money and energy because my soul desires to experience the incredible learnings of travel, the insane amount of expansion and joy and connection. This is what some agendas are desiring to keep a pressure on. And, there's a reason why I now live abroad. And there's a reason why I am now going for dual citizenship in the EU. And there's a reason why I'm going to be having my family not in the United States. And by family, I mean children, etc. Like, this is all for global freedom and liberties. And I have had a plan, and I do still have a plan. And that plan is shifting and evolving. But I am tried and true, full sovereignty as it relates to travel, mobility, movement, connection. This is really what is being kicked up. This is the dust that is being kicked up. And I'm just sharing these ruminations for you to come to your own discernment and conclusion, but also in hopes that you feel empowered to go after and go to the places, even with, I've been some very interesting places with some very interesting requirements. And I have almost put my hands up so many times of just like, this is just too much. It's not flowing. I need to be in surrender. Like, oh, I guess I'm not supposed to go. And then it was like, no, I am supposed to go. And I can meet these perceived challenges with more grace, more trust, but I'm not going to just be like, oh, that's just too much. That feels like a lot of things to do to get there. Perfect example was literally moving my life abroad. There were so many perceived barriers and a lot of perceived time delays and just a bunch of noise. And how you move through your life with intention is how you're going to live and co-create on this planet, your own human experience and your own evolution. We are here to evolve, and that involves mobility if you so choose. So I'm going to leave that there. Please let me know how this lands with you, and I will bring forward any other ruminations on this as I see fit and as you guys tell me it's relevant. So lots of love.